whatever your goals, this is it. This is the place, and the time is now with this company.
Just changed completely. How can I get other people to use this product?
If you just want to do it for yourself, you can just do it for yourself. But why would you want to do that when you can realize that how many others around you can help with?
Every single product I think is great, and I want to take them all.
And I think that's what networking is all about. You like a person, and you believe in the person, you join the team.
Power in the blood. Certainly. The power is in the blood. And if you will allow us, over the next 45 to 60 minutes, we would like to absolutely substantiate that power is indeed in the blood. And that we have more power over our outright potentials to be well spiritually, physically, and financially than we realize. But before I get too far along, I would like to personally thank you for taking time to allow us to educate and enlighten you with information that we have found to be transformative in our own lives. And I'd like to also thank the team member that cared enough about you and your well-being to share with you concerning our products, intro sessions, social media, or DVD material. Personally, I have found that the difference in realizing success at any level quite often lies in the quality of information that you have. Truly, who you know is tied up in what you know, and what you know gets you where you want to be. Before we get into the nooks and crannies of what we believe to be the life-changing conversation, my name is Mark Spell. I am the senior pastor of Greater Life Christian Church, and I also am the CEO of Power in the Blood Incorporated. My top 3 priorities as a pastor over God's people has always been and remains to be, first, spiritual growth, both in faith and relationship with our Creator and Lord for the people that I serve. Secondly, physical health and well-being for all people, with an acute focus on health and wellness practices that aid in improving quality of life for all people. Thirdly, financial stability and viability for all people. In keeping with these priorities, I am absolutely delighted to introduce all of you to what I believe is a ground-shaking opportunity to aid me in the quest to meet my God-given obligation to the last 2 of these driving principles, and in doing so, also help me make life arrangements more conducive for the people that God has allowed me to serve. In doing this, I'm able to help spawn the spiritual awakening I believe all people deserve. Certainly, I've been richly and immensely blessed. However, my individual accomplishments and acquisitions have never been enough to satisfy my hunger to see those around me realizing heightened quality of life. By now, the facilitator of this meeting has already prayed and read our core scripture. But knowing that we can never get too much scripture, let's look over it again. John 3, 1 and 2 verses. Beloved, I pray that you may prosper in all things and be in health, just as your soul prospers. And our scripture of reference here at Life in the Blood, or relevance, is Leviticus 17 and 14. The life of every creature is in its blood. That's the New Living Translation. Wow. Let me now introduce you to our parent company, Xooma.
in the bathroom at my home, and I realized that something was wrong with my skin, and a little flaky, dry skin. I paid a little bit of attention to it, but it wasn't alarming, so I just started using different ointments, creams, just, taking care of my skin. I think it was just dry skin, and it didn't go away. Several years, I've always had my mammograms. I would leave victorious. Give me my test, he'd be excited, tell me see you in a couple of years or a year from now and come get another test. But I also noticed that there were some ladies that weren't as lucky as me, and they winded up directing them to another room for another test. Well, this day it was my turn. Never thought I would be directed into another room. This day I had to go to that room. I didn't know what was behind those doors, but I knew I wasn't going to come back happy. No one has an explanation, whether it was the food I drank ate, or the beverages I drank, or the air I breathed. No one gave me an explanation where this cancer comes from, and that's what makes it so frightening. I lost 8 friends, and they didn't catch it early. My best friend had triple negative stage 4 breast cancer. She didn't catch it early, and we lost her in 2012. That made me realize that mine wasn't as bad. I got to live, but now I'm living, but I'm still living with it, even though I don't have it, because now for the rest of my life, I'm on a journey. Well, the journey, you have to change. You have to change everything. My initial thing was that I wasn't going to be able to make money. I never saw death. My faith was so strong that I didn't see myself dying. I just saw inconvenience. But I knew my life was going to change. I knew I wouldn't be able to make the income I was making. I knew I was going to have to stop working to deal with this. And that's what happened. And so I called a friend of mine, Denson and Diane, and I called them and I, told them what happened to me, and I wasn't going to be able to make income, and I asked them what they were doing. And they were associated with a company that had a product that I didn't know at that time was going to change my life, literally change my life. I feel like it saved my life. It's alkaline water, and they were talking about that and how they were marketing it and sharing with people because of the amazing health benefits. So it made sense. It was almost like God put it in my lap, because now I have to start taking care of myself. And it starts with the water inside of you. We're 75-80% water. And if you're not putting in good quality water, then disease can live. And if your body is alkaline, or your pH in your body, the level is alkaline, according to all the statistics, and Dr. Otto Warburg, who won a Nobel Prize in 1931, that said cancer can't thrive in an alkaline environment. So that opened my eyes. Now I have a whole new life, a whole new journey. First of all, I have to educate myself and understand why or what or how I'm going to deal with this. And mainly, I have 2 daughters. I would be devastated if this happened to them. And family and friends. I was like losing friend after friend after friend. I got lonely. I literally got lonely. My mother, she's in the nursing home, the heart disease, and we just have to start taking care of our health and start taking care of our lives. So when they introduced me to Xooma Worldwide and their products, I said, well, just send it to me. I had no idea how bad I needed it. Because after I had my surgery for cancer, they winded up removing my breast, and then I had reconstructive surgery. Had stitches and tubes, and came home with all these tubes and everything that had to be drained on a daily basis. My husband couldn't cook, and he was my caretaker. So he fed me fast food 3 times a day, and I washed him down with about 7 sodas a day. I was mineral deficient, I was highly acidic, and I was dehydrated. So my eating that I was forced to eat right after cancer, right after my surgery, was making me even more sicker. I was literally dying at home. So when my friend sent me the alkaline water, the little tea bag sachet that's in this bottle here, when they sent me this little sachet right here, and I put it in my water, immediately I felt it hit my cells. It's got 70 minerals in it. It's got micronutrients. It got 5 electrolytes. It's excellent just to get non-dehydrated, number one. But then it puts your body in an alkaline environment where it can fight illness very quickly. So I started drinking that right away. Within 2 to 3 days, I was off all pain medicine.
My daughter had chronic constipation, IBS, acid reflux, a thickening and narrowing of her intestines, mouth ulcers, sinusitis, nausea, some vomiting, weight loss. The X2O has resolved all of those issues. So I started doing research on my own, trying to figure out what was going on. She just really wasn't well. She had lost a lot of weight. Her body fat was down to about 6%. Her bones were starting to stick out, and I was really in a state of panic. But I really felt like putting her on the medication wasn't the answer to get her better. Right during the same time when I was in that process of trying to figure out what to do, that's when my friend came with the product that she had just found out about herself. And we added the X2O sachet to all of our water. We all started drinking it at the same time, but for my daughter, we wanted to see if that was going to help her at all. And I really didn't have any idea in what way, shape, or form it was going to help. I had never heard of anything like that, didn't know what alkaline water was or anything. But so we started using the sachet in Kaylee's water, and within 2 days, her acid reflux was completely gone. Within 4 weeks, the constipation was completely gone, the IBS was gone. A few months later, we went back for another study just to do a follow-up because she was still having some abdominal pain. And they said that her intestines were completely normal, that had completely resolved itself. She had sinusitis along the way, that was also gone, and her asthma had improved at that point as well. For me, I pretty much right away felt like I was having a cleanse. My body was cleansing. And within a few weeks, I was feeling a lot more energy. And I actually did start sleeping better, which was great. I wasn't expecting that. What I have seen it do for me over the past 2 years is it has really helped me from getting any of the major sicknesses that I have been exposed to, like bronchitis, pneumonia, strep, all those things I had been exposed to over even just this winter, and hadn't picked up any of those. And I believe that that has a lot to do with the antioxidants that you get from the X2O. Really, the body was made to heal itself if you give it the proper nutrients and proper hydration. And after seeing the results that we've had, and after Kaylee being given almost this new life, or given her life back, I would just recommend for everybody just to try it and give it a few months and get it into your system and just see for yourself the results that you could get.
I was just praying for retirement, to fill out my form so my husband could get my, benefits and all. And because I really knew nothing was getting better, I kind of came home thinking, okay, I'm not going to make this. I'm not going to make it. All my numbers are off the chart, and I'm just going to come home and just die. I had given up on life. X2O gave me my life back. The problem was that I'm diabetic, and I was insulin dependent. I was taking up to 80 units of insulin. My urine had gotten so dark, almost like a deep burnt orange. My A1C was 14. My sugar some mornings would be 440, and I'd almost lost my sight. When I started feeling better, my husband says, no, I went to the doctor, and the doctor's like, what are you doing? Because The eye doctor was like, what are you doing? He's been my eye doctor for about 20 years, and the things were getting progressively worse since I became diabetic. And so he says, he just stood back. He couldn't believe it because it was something he was looking in my eyes. Something had gone on. He expected to be worse, and he couldn't believe because it was reversing. And he just shook his head and kissed me on the face. And then I went to my regular doctor for my physical, and he could not believe the urine. He came in with it like this. He said, what are you doing? He said, this is water. And I told him what I was doing. And I told him where he could get it. So he couldn't. I lost 7 pounds, and I hadn't tried. And the other thing was my A1C, my sugar on that day was 100. And the A1C had gone down to 7 from 14. And it was just a miracle for me. And I had signs of kidney damage. And on the report he wrote, good kidney and liver functioning. And my cholesterol had gone down to normal levels, and somewhere he could not believe the big turnaround in just a few months. So since then we've been on Xooma products. It's part of our routine in our household. I just feel like, I'm so alive. There's so many things I want to do, because my husband's like, okay, now that you're going to live, what are you going to do with the rest of your life? And that was just like, I hadn't thought about it because I hadn't thought that far. I thought it was done. But I volunteer a lot at different organizations. NAACP, I'm the education chair. I volunteer at a community center here. And I'm going to start volunteering in the school system because I still have that love for children. So, it's just really been good. At one point I could not do my housework. I couldn't get up to do it. So now I can do it if I want to.
Besides air, water is the most important thing we need in order to live. Most of us depend upon our city water or our well water, or at the very least our bottled water, as a clean, healthy provider. Most of us don't realize, though, these sources are just not giving us what we need. When you think about our tap water and our bottled water, do you know that it's actually dead? Meaning it has no nutritional content or almost no minerals that we need in it. And the worst part is it actually has hazardous chemicals and toxins that are acidic for our bodies. How do you think that might affect our bodies?
I think it's slowly killing us.
It can actually make us gain weight.
Absolutely, it's making us fat.
It enables disease, especially cardiovascular.
It creates disease.
Makes us just tired and drained.
It makes us tired.
Now, with widespread illness, I want to give you a few hard facts here. First off, heart disease is a leading cause of death in the world, but in layman's terms, here in the U.S., 1 in every 3 people today has high blood pressure. Cancer is the second leading cause of death. 1 in every 4 people today has cancer. And diabetes is on such a rise right now that the Center of Disease Control predicts that 1 in every 2 people will be affected with diabetes within the next 10 years. And what we found is all of these diseases, heart disease, cancer, diabetes, obesity, they all have one thing in common. They're considered to be lifestyle diseases because they come from lifestyle choices. Give you for instance, most people drink coffee. Most people drink tea. Well, coffee and tea have, lots of caffeine, and it's not a natural source of caffeine, so it pulls fluid from the blood, and it causes the body to be dehydrated. They're very acidic as well. The most acidic thing that you can ever consume is a soda. The only thing that's more acidic than a soda happens to be a diet soda. And even sports drinks like Gatorade and energy drinks are very acidic as well. And the problem there is this: the cells of a healthy body are alkaline, while the cells of a diseased body are acidic. And this was actually determined by a gentleman by the name of Dr. Arthur Guyton, and he actually wrote the textbook of medical physiology. So this is very, very serious. It's a very simple thing, and what we do is just try to teach people how to cater to alkalinity in the body. In fact, you'll notice here that this scale on alkalinity ranges from 0 to 14, with 7 being neutral. Well, God actually invented our bodies to be slightly alkaline. In fact, your body's going to work to keep your blood at 7.365, and if you have any variation from that, you'll find yourself very ill. You know, people actually die from that, and it all goes back to the things that we consume on a daily basis. In fact, sodas are the most acidic thing that you can consume. They are 100,000 times more acidic than where your blood should be. But some of the other things that we drink that are acidic are beer, coffee, energy drinks, Gatorade, iced tea. I mean, all these things, again, are very acidic, and they cause the body, you know, to actually... And when you consume something acidic like this, it causes the body to sacrifice in other areas. And when it sacrifices in those other areas, something has to give. And again, you know, you could end up with heart disease, cancer. All these things come from over acidity in the body. So that takes us to the importance of water. The human body is 70 to 80% water, but vital organs, your blood, your brain, are all 80 to 90% water. This is where I first really understood high blood pressure and high blood sugar. When you've got less water in your blood tends to thicken. This causes high blood pressure. This causes diabetes and high blood sugar. But then think about this, you know, when your body's in an acidic state, the natural defense is to produce fat cells to protect your vital organs. See, this is the big secret to losing weight and keeping it off, is raising the alkalinity in the body, because just like an acidic body produces fat to protect your vital organs, an alkaline body burns fat for energy. So your body's smart. It knows exactly what to do. Well, when your body's acidic, you'll also notice that your energy levels will be low. It causes arthritis and gout, acid reflux, fibromyalgia. All these things come from being dehydrated and acidic. So, of course, you want to drink more water, but you have to be very careful. Tap water has over 600 known contaminants that contribute to heart disease and cancer. That was validated by Reader's Digest. How safe is our water? It goes on to say that it may contain birth control pills, arsenic, and more shocking ingredients. And then the bottles, okay, bottled water is big now. In fact, this almost does 100 billion in sales every year worldwide. Well, the bottles that they put it in is made from petroleum. So if you ever have a bottle of water and it heats up, it will leach contaminants back into the water that cause heart disease and cancer. So you have to be very careful there as well.
So ladies, I'm so excited to show you something today that literally can transform the water that we drink. It's called Extreme X2O from Xooma Worldwide, and it's amazing. I'm going to show it to you in just one sec. But first, I have a simple little pool tester kit that you might test on your swimming pool. Remember, our bodies are 70% water. Our brains are 80% water. So literally, the water you drink affects and creates the very thoughts you think. So let's test this. Diane, would you test some of the tap water just on the one side? And that's for chlorine and bromine and all the bad things that we do not want in our bodies. And then let's put some bottled water in the other side. And what this is testing is the pH, right? We know that an acidic body is where disease grows, and an alkaline body is what we want. So let's put a couple drops of the yellow in, 3 drops, 1, 2, 3. And let's do 3 drops of the pH tester, 1, 2, 3. So what we want is we want the pH to be very bright pink, and we do not want any chlorine, any yellow in our bodies at all, or in our water. So let's just test this. Let's shake this up. So you can see this is a very dull color, and this is very bright yellow. So let me show you this amazing solution. Extreme X2O, this little tiny water sachet, portable, economical, lightweight. Oh, it's just amazing. What we normally do is drop it in a bottle, shake it for 30 seconds, leave it for 5 minutes. It literally infuses the water. But I'm gonna just do a shortcut here. I'm just gonna show you what these 70 ionic trace minerals do. Pristine ocean sources of calcium, magnesium. You're not gonna find anything like this anywhere in the world. So we're just gonna dump it in and watch this. This isn't just filtering out all the bad stuff, like putting a filter under your sink. This literally transforms the water. We now have pH, alkaline. We have no chlorine left. This is incredible. This could literally change the health of a generation.
For your body to hydrate using soda, the soda must be alkalized. Soda takes a hard toll on the body's resources. When you drink soda, your body's very own bone material is used to alkalize the soda, and this can lead to bone loss. The composition of Xooma's Extreme X2O closely resembles the composition of your body's very own bones. This reaction illustrates how hard your body has to work to alkalize the soda. Imagine how easy your body could use water treated with Xooma's Extreme X2O to hydrate itself.
Now, this is the significance of that. You can trace every sickness, every disease, and every ailment to a mineral deficiency. This was determined in the early 1900s by a gentleman by the name of Dr. Linus Pauling, a two-time Nobel Prize winner. Now, this is another product that we have called Xooma Blast. It's a healthy water flavoring. It comes in grape and strawberry lemonade. You'll absolutely love the taste of this, and it gives your body an ORAC value of 5 servings of fresh fruits and vegetables per serving. Now, another product that we're very excited about is a product called Focus Up. This was formulated by a gentleman by the name of Dr. Cal Smith, because what Dr. Cal understands is this: most people don't get the proper brain nourishment. This is why we see so many cases of Alzheimer's, attention deficit disorders, but then people want on-demand energy as well. Well, Focus Up, again, being invented by Dr. Cal Smith, he actually invented a product you might remember called Focus Factor years and years ago. Well, Focus Factor went on to become the #1 selling brain support supplement in the world. Dr. Cal went on to become the first person ever to get an FDA approval for brain support and cognitive function. Well, Focus Up will actually improve your focus, memory, mood, and alertness. It gives you sustained mental and physical energy. It comes in capsule form as well as a cherry flavored drink stick. And the bottom line is this: as you look at the ingredients here, it gives you the nutrients that you need on a daily basis to keep your brain healthy, keep your brain on point. And we tell people it's almost like your world will go from black and white to high definition within 15 minutes of taking this product. So, therein lies information about widespread illness. And the conclusion to it all is this: you definitely have a choice. So there's one more thing that I want to talk to you about before I end up here, and that's the felon economy, because this is just as serious for many people as widespread illness. Unemployment, foreclosures, and credit card debt are all at all-time highs. Gas prices are surging, and for the average person, there is no relief in sight. Well, we have a solution, and what's great about this solution is this: there are no sign-up or website fees. You just simply choose a product package. You can do any variation of the products that I've just told you about, but the bottom line is this: we have different packages that you can choose from. In fact, that $100 pack is $146 value. It gives you enough product for one person for 1 month. Okay, it's going to cost you about $3 a day to take these products. The $199 is going to give you enough product for a couple of people for 1 month. The $4.99 package, we recommend this one highly, because not only does it give you enough product for you and your family, but it also gives you enough product to sample other people as well. And the $999 pack gives you enough product for you and your family, enough to sample, but then it gives you a few extra packages in there, where if you sign somebody up at the $100 pack, you can actually place that pack with that person. Our company will send it right back to you. Or even that $199 pack, you get that in there as well, where you can place it and they'll send it back to you. So, and again, it gives you enough product for you and your family, enough to sample with other people, and enough to rotate. Okay, so these are the packages. The $4.99 and the $9.99 will start you out at national manager in this business, which is a big deal, which will add to your earning potential as well. But at this point, let's talk about the compensation plan. There are 8 ways to get paid. In team commissions, you can make up to $15,000 per week. The 25% executive match is on your personally sponsored individuals. You'll make 25% of what they make from team commissions. There are no limits to the number of people that you can match. You can also earn a 10% generational match on 4 generations of leaders throughout your organization. Again, there are no limits on the number of people that you can match. But what I really want to focus you on in getting started in this business is our Rapid Rewards program. Now, the Rapid Rewards program is the quickest path to getting your products paid for every month and developing an extra $500 per month. This is based on a $100 monthly product purchase in order for you to qualify, and referring 4 other people to do the same and duplicating that process. And I want you to look at what can happen here. If you're doing 100 and you refer 4 other people that are doing 100, we're going to start sending you a minimum of $104 every month. That totally offsets the cost of your 100. Now, if you'll help your 4 people now do that exact same thing, believe it or not, you've developed an extra $500 a month. And you'll notice as that multiplies and duplicates, even going through 5 levels, it can create an extra $15,000 to $20,000 a month. If it works another level that way, you're making now over $1 million a year. So this can get to be very, very serious.
The question is $249 or $599. I said it because after all of that information, the question has to be one of who they are and what will it take to help you meet your sense of responsibility. Obviously, we all need the products because we can't possibly continue to risk health, life, and well-being drinking water that is scientifically proven not to be good for any of us. However, on the other hand, we must entertain how many people we care dearly for deserve the opportunity to be, at the very least, armed with the same information that you now have. I too not long ago found myself in the exact same position that you are now in. What price is too high to protect your family and friends from all types of illnesses and problems? Where I am, I understand. And what I am prepared to do is make it a bit easier for you financially. I have instructed my team to offer $50 gift cards to every new Power in the Blood customer or team member that purchases the $549 or $249 packages. That is, the $249 becomes $199 and provides you and your family with months of supply of products aimed at increasing your family's value of life. $549 now becomes $499 and brings you into the company as a national manager with enough product to not only start protecting your families, but to share with friends and loved ones as an introduction to the life-changing power of the product. With that, the choice is yours. I know what I did when presented with this information. $549 was a small price to pay. Looking back, now free of pain and feeling better than I have felt in years, in my mind, the only bad choice is not making a choice. Thank you for your time, and may the blessings of the Lord find you wherever you are. God bless you.
When I first heard about Xooma, it was interesting enough that I made a trip from Kentucky to Hampton, Virginia, and when I saw the opportunity, the product, the business, I caught the vision, I knew this was the place that I needed to bring my family. We needed to do this, and we need to do it big.
You know, with the company Ronnie founded in 1993, they're established in the marketplace and around the world, and it was important to me to work with someone that knew what they were doing. And with the product line they have, the outline of the building, walking through that structure, as you all saw, it was incredible to me. And I knew I'd found a place to finish in life. And so many people out in the world, they're looking today, and we have an answer for them.
Well, you know, Daryl, Ron Howe looked across the desk at me and he said, you know, we're not looking for distributors. He said, we're looking for partners. And that touched my heart. And if your heart can get in something, then you can really, really do something big.
Everybody on the planet, they're looking today, even more so than yesterday. The most sought after product in the world today is a better, cleaner water supply with the right content, and we have the answer there too.
You know, you may own a traditional business. People out there have them every day, and thank heaven they do. But when you own a business, your time is limited to that business. If you don't have the doors open, you're not making any money. Now, with this industry, your doors are open 24 hours a day because you're duplicating your efforts through other people. And that's what I love about network marketing.
That's what I'm so excited about, to be able to give people a chance, not only for better health, but for possible wealth for them and future generations.
It's the best kept secret in the world, and we've got it, and everybody can have it, and everybody can share it. It's amazing.
You know, the neat thing about the company and what we have to offer here, not only by sharing with people what we've learned, Daryl, but for you and Linda to be able to go to Europe and have a vacation of a lifetime, that was incredible to see.
I mean, it really was. I mean, to be over there with the company, first of all, on this great big boat. Well, it wasn't a boat; it was actually a big ship. And you know, we got off in Rome, and to touch the Colosseum. I mean, I saw those in history books in the 7th grade. I thought I'd never be over there. And then we went to Greece and the Parthenon, and to see that and touch it and just feel it in the history there, it was just an amazing trip. And you're right. And we got back, and I had 2 checks in the mail.
That's what we call mailbox money.
Exactly.
We love it.
And you got, you know, guys, Daryl, you moved, and your business moved with you. I mean, you can actually do this from anywhere in the world. This is an amazing people-to-people business. And you know, when I begin to talk to people, I want to find out where they're at. And then I want to find out where they want to be. See, it's not about me, it's where they want to be. But then I have to know, are they willing to change? Are they willing to take a chance? Are they willing to do something different to have something special? Because if you don't change, nothing changes.
Oh, you're right, Ronnie. I mean, you look in the mirror, and if you don't do something different, as you talked about, well, what are you going to do today? What are you going to do tomorrow? And if you don't do it, look in the mirror in 5 years, and you'll be there, and you'll regret it. And that's what I saw when you two introduced the product range to me and my family. I knew it. I knew it inside. I knew it in my gut, my heart. It made sense. For my family, no question, I was going to make that choice. And boy, am I glad I did.
And that's why I love this, because we can show people, if they make that decision, by golly, we'll get them that change that they're looking for.